If you're anything like me, you know the struggle of trying to eat healthy, lose weight, and still keep it realistic with family, work, and life pulling you in like a million directions. One of the biggest things I used to tell myself was, I don't have the time to cook. Eating healthy is too expensive, or I don't know what to make. This mindset never allowed me to change how my outlook was, so I stayed depressed and wished I could be smaller. But as we all know, we cannot wish anything. We need to take action. So with the help of God, He allowed me to start my journey. I'm Vanna, and I'm currently on my wellness and weight loss journey, sharing all my tips and tricks and inspiring you to do the same. Meal prepping has been such a game changer for me on my wellness and weight loss journey. It takes the stress out of what to eat, saves money, and keeps me on track. I'm not grabbing the wrong things when I get busy or tired. So today, this video is about showing you some high protein, easy, and budget friendly meal prep ideas that are staples in my home. Most of these I grabbed from Costco also, or already had it in my pantry, so you'll see how simple and affordable this could be. So if you're ready to stay consistent, eat better, and make your health journey durable, let's get into it.
All right, y'all. So we have first the veggie egg scramble, perfect for breakfast, okay? It is high protein. And what you want to do is cut up all of your veggies. I cut up green pepper, yellow pepper. I didn't have green pepper, but you could put green pepper, tomatoes, garlic, onion, mushroom. I wanted to mention occasionally throughout the video, you may see me kind of struggling with this knife. But if anybody want to recommend me some good knives, please do. Because these knives here are just not doing it for me anymore. But anyway, I don't have any specific measurements for the veggies. Just cut up as much veggies as you want. The more veggies, the more filling. So once you're done cutting up all your veggies, you want to take a baking pan and just spread all your veggies out on the baking pan. Once you spread all your veggies out in the baking pan, you are going to take your eggs. I used about 6 eggs in this recipe. Depending on your pan, your baking pan, you can use a little bit more, maybe up to 9 eggs. But that is totally your preference on how thick you want your consistency of your eggs to be. After that, you just simply mix the eggs and go ahead and add your spinach atop of the veggies. Once you are done spreading the spinach around, you want to go ahead and spread your egg mixture atop of the veggies and spinach. I forgot to mention during this time, you want to make sure that you already have your oven heating up at about 350 degrees, and you're going to cook this for about 30 minutes, watching it as it goes. Before putting anything in the oven, you guys know I have to season my stuff. It has to have some flavor. So I put my regular ingredients, garlic, onion powder, Miss Tabitha's seasoning, Himalayan salt, and I just kind of mix that in so that it can get evenly coated throughout before putting it into the oven. I wanted to put the dairy-free Daya cheddar shreds on top just to give it that flair. And I am allergic to milk products, so that's why you often see me use a lot of plant-based ingredients. Plus, I feel as though milk products can be a little mucus forming as well. So I choose to stay away from the milk product. But you put it in the oven for 30 minutes, and then this is how it turns out. It looks so colorful, and when I went to go plate this, I was like, okay, well, this is a good high protein meal. So I paired it with strawberry, and I also put it with some wheat bread on the side and put a little jelly with it as well. And it was just so delicious. Oftentimes too, when I was at home, I would also put beef sausages. Next up is this steak and asparagus meal. And oh my God, I felt like I was at a fancy restaurant when I was eating this, okay? So what you do is I literally cut up the steak. I don't know what type of steak it was. I just kind of cut it up and I put a little avocado oil and a little grass-fed butter into the pan and just seared the steak and cooked it medium well. I already had some jasmine rice already cooked, and that is a meal prep tip. If you know you're going to have your grains throughout the week, you make sure that you have already prepared and cooked so that they can easily be put into the containers. Here I just put about half cup of rice, and then I plated with the seasoned steak. Then also I cut up some asparagus and boiled some water, put my seasonings inside of the water with a little grass-fed butter, and just blanched the asparagus and plated them. This meal right here was like one of those meals that was like one of my best meal prep meals. It's one of those that you just think about throughout the day that you cannot wait to get home and eat. Next, we have the grilled chicken Greek bowl. I actually had this for lunch, and if you wanted to, you can switch either the steak or the chicken for either lunch or dinner. It was totally up to you. And that was good because you have variety throughout the week to kind of change it up if you needed to. But all I did was bake the chicken at 350 to 400 degrees for about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And you just season with your regular seasonings. And I put a little of the grass-fed butter on top of it as well. So as the chicken was cooling down, I started to plate my bulgur and lentil mix. I used about another half cup as well. And then once the chicken was done, I plated that. I did cut it a little bit. And to avoid the veggies from getting a little soggy, I decided to put the paper towels in there, which helped a lot. And I use tomato, cucumber, onion. If you have the olives, go ahead and use those. And I also put lemon on here, which is not pictured here as like my dressing. I also will have an additional dressing in this video that you can also use on this as well. And just like that, you are done. This is about 3 days worth of meal prep for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the cucumbers were my snack. I also have some guacamole and some hummus that I usually like to snack on with my veggies, whether it be carrots or the cucumber. So this right here is all the meals that I had for the first 3 days out of the week. And then I usually move on to my next 2 days because I don't like meals more than 3 days or so. So this is the full meal prep. Oh, also too, I didn't make a third steak meal. So that's why you see a salad, and that is actually a falafel salad. I bought the falafel pre-made, and then I just cut up the ingredients for like a Greek salad almost. And then I used that lemon tahini dressing as the dressing that I use for that salad. So that is the meal prep for this week, and stay tuned for the meal prep for next week. It is definitely going to be another banger with delicious recipes, and join the Simply Fam.